paths that this could go, of course, to victory for each candidate.
And both of them vying for that 270 electoral vote number that's needed to become the next president. So Kylie is in studio with Marcus Delortino to tell us what to expect.
We've got the big map up, and we're going to play through a couple different scenarios. This is where things get really interesting. Marcus, good morning. Thanks for being here. We've got a prop here, which I think will help illustrate how we, of course, get to 270. I mean, that is the number. And talk about just a quick recap for people. Why do we care about 270?
270 is the number you need to win the presidency. So these are electoral votes. You've got the numbers right up here of how much each state is allotted. And you want to add those up and get to 270 to win, as your logo says right there.
That's the goal. Okay, so this is a look at where things stand right now. Again, this is kind of accounting for what we expect to happen in all of the states but the 7 battleground states. So we've taken off the 7 battleground states, and as you can see, 219 to 226. Now let's start to fill things in. So first off, let's talk about Arizona. How is Arizona trending so far?
You've got to give it to Donald Trump right now. First from a polling standpoint, but also from a performance of Republicans are turning out in stronger numbers than Democrats right now. They're going to have an extra strong day tomorrow to make up about a 200,000 vote deficit.
Then let's talk about Wisconsin and Michigan. What do you think that is the trend for as far as these two states?
I think it looks to me, and has been for the last couple of weeks, that they lean towards a Harris vote.
Okay, so 10 in Wisconsin, Michigan is 15. So we're going to put that in Harris's column, 251 to former President Trump's 230. Now let's go ahead and turn our attention over to the Southeast. Georgia and North Carolina. We've heard a lot about those states, a lot of electoral votes up for grabs. What are we seeing trend-wise in these two states?
Definitely trending Republican.
And why is that?
I think it's just the southern states coming home. And if you look this weekend, you saw Donald Trump at a NASCAR race, and I think that was a direct appeal to those two states.
So now we're at, if we've kind of fill in this, and again, this is just according to some trends in polling and stuff like that, we're at 251 to 262. Again, we're trying to get to 270. So are we there? No. It all comes down to Pennsylvania and potentially Nevada. And if you look at Nevada, that's 6 electoral votes. So that's not going to make a difference. I mean, that's not going to get either candidate to 270. What is going to make a difference? Pennsylvania. And when did you tell me it all comes down to Pennsylvania? How long ago was that?
It was about a month ago that we talked about Pennsylvania. And if you look at the things that are happening behind the scenes, you'll know that both campaigns know how important that is. You've seen a setup of lawsuits already happening there. Lawyers are starting to fly there and set up shop. So Pennsylvania will be the big one. It's been tight this entire time. The thing I got to warn viewers is that most of these battleground states, their polls are within the margin of error, which means that it all comes down to turnout tomorrow. Anything can happen. If the Democrats turn out in huge numbers, if independents are breaking 65-35, anything can possibly happen. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. We'll see how it turns out. But I would also remind your viewers, you can vote today. Don't give yourself the headache of standing in line for 3 hours tomorrow. Vote today at a voting center.
Yeah, emergency voting is open if you've got maybe something that's preventing you from voting tomorrow. So Pennsylvania, if we go ahead and fill that in as I switch the modes, if we give it to former President Trump, he's at 281. If we give it to the VP, she's at 270. So, I mean, this just shows you guys Pennsylvania. I mean, there's so many different scenarios, but it could all come down to Pennsylvania and what happens in that state. It is the biggest swing state with the most electoral votes at 19.
Hey, Marcus, quick question. Some states do it faster than others. Some states are called before the numbers are all in. Do you think we'll know the following morning?
Following morning, oh, that was good. Not that night. There's a chance we'll know that morning. But I have a tendency to take a little extra caution and wait for a couple days. Usually what we see is as early votes come in Arizona, we see a trend line. And once that trend line's established, then I can safely say, yeah, I think this guy won or this gal won or whatever the scenario is. But you want to wait and see what that data set is coming out of those next couple days.
And keep in mind, Saturday was when we found out in 2020 that President Biden won. So election day could be more like election week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it could be. All right.
So you'll be staying here with a back room for you to sleep over?
Back.
Yeah, I bought some groceries for you guys over the weekend, so you're set up.
Perfect.
We'll
we appreciate your time,
eventually.
Marcus. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.